Hello, welcome to Finals Friendly Funcast number 5. I am CH Final, and with me, the one and only Kasha. Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are
It's
you doing today?
been
Yeah.
a while since we've had like a video call, I suppose. So
It has been. I think our last video call was with our college friends. Not, it wasn't that long ago, but
kind of like a month or so.
it's
So
already been a month. Time flies too fast.
yeah, I'm happy to be here. We're on number 5, right?
Yep, correct. Numero 5. Looks like our friend placeholder and random Metsu are here. Pretty early. What is up, guys? But
Thanks for coming.
yeah. All right. What should we start off with? What should be the first topic of the day?
Well, um, I guess in terms of what people want to know,
That's true. I'm
we
sure.
haven't really talked
Yeah,
about how our own personal history went.
that's
So.
true. Yeah, we can go over like a general TLDR. I remember we met in high school. No, well, I knew you were in middle school, but I didn't like actually know you. We were friends in high school.
Yeah.
And then,
Uh,
yeah, I got you into PC gaming. Or was it Colin?
it was well,
It
it was
was,
because we had a mutual friend named
yeah,
Colin,
yeah.
uh, and I believe he told me to play StarCraft 2 because he had bought it, and when we played together, he introduced you
Yeah.
as William, which is the name that you used to go by back then.
Oh, this is so. Yeah, I used to go by William. I think I talked about this in my previous Funcast, but everyone in high school knew me as Will, since that's what I told people to call me. No one actually. When did I tell people my name was actually Chanye? It was way later, right?
It was later for sure because
Yeah,
everybody in high school knew you as Will.
yeah.
So. It
God.
was I think back then it was just like random StarCraft player named Will. And I don't remember exactly like where it went from there, but I do distinctly remember the first game we played.
I remember that too.
I can't remember which map it was
It was
on,
on the
but I
desert
think it
map.
was yeah, it was a really small one.
Yeah.
And I of course this was my first PC game, so I had no idea what I was doing. And I think he just rolled up with an army at one point. I was
200,
like,
200
oh,
Marines.
I guess it's over.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, because I think back then I thought like it was more of like a almost like a Sim City type
Yeah,
of game where you're like building a civilization.
they
And I
had
was like,
pylons
ooh,
everywhere, and I'm like, whoa, that's
well, I
pretty
can
interesting.
expand my territory if I don't have pylons, right?
Oh yeah, you thought you can only build within the pylons. That's right.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you can only expand with the pylons. Yeah, I remember that. It's funny.
So, case in point, the goal is not to expand your territory
Well, I mean, you
to
still have
the
to
other side of the map.
expand, but like,
You do,
but not
but
not your definition of expansion. Expanding from back in the day.
yeah, there's like a correct way to expand, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
just
from
yeah.
there, yeah, I can't remember how it went, but I know eventually we ended up making the clan together, right?
Clan control. I remember that too. So this Friendly's Funcast, it's not our first rodeo when it comes to managing a group, an organization. I
Hmm.
is that a way to put it? But
Yeah, there's
yeah,
been several others.
yeah. But back in our StarCraft 2 days, we created this clan called Clan Control, and we would have clan wars with other clans. It's been a long time, but
Yeah.
I know there's some prominent players that came out of that one, if I remember
Yeah, I can't
correctly.
remember exactly, but we had a couple people eventually hit Grandmaster,
Yeah,
so that's pretty
crazy.
cool.
And all of our old good friends, we were playing League together.
Yeah,
With
that's really where everything expanded for me at least,
Hmm.
because you know, we got pretty decent at StarCraft, but you had a whole history with StarCraft, but for me, it
You
was
got really good though. I'll admit, like you actually got really good. Your
I
macro game was.
had
Uh-huh.
a very clear thing I was good at, but if anything went off the rails from there, then it was all over.
I just remember you absolutely hated people harassing you.
Yeah, I was a very macro heavy Zerg, which I think a lot of Zerg players
You
are.
have to
So,
play like that.
and
That's just StarCraft 2 in general. It's just how good is your macro play.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. But if you guys have played StarCraft 2, you'll know there's like an arcade mode, which has like tons and tons of user built game modes. I suppose they're all
Yeah.
like custom. They're not like custom modes of StarCraft, pretty much. They're like completely new games where people have completely modded everything. So
Yeah.
there's like tower defense games. There's like Runling Run. I remember that
Dude,
one.
Runling
Connection
Run, that was
Towers.
fun. Oh no, we played. What was that one like tower defense game? Kind of
Squadron Tower.
Squadron Tower Defense.
That was
That
really
game was
fun
fun.
for a
Yeah, that
while.
game was
Yeah.
super fun.
But the one that I wanted to talk about was there was a I didn't know what the term was at the time, but there's a MOBA one.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I'd never seen any of that genre, I suppose,
Hmm.
but I used to play that one a little bit, and then eventually our friend, I think it was Chris,
It was
right?
Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "There's this game called League of Legends. You should
We.
try that one,
This
right?"
was season 1, guys. Season 1 of League of Legends. This was
Yeah.
when Vayne came out. I think is when when I started. Vayne came out.
Well, I don't even
Uh,
remember it came out when I started, but
it was
it
like
was season one,
uh,
so we started playing that, and that was sort of how we transitioned out of StarCraft. Pretty much.
that's how StarCraft died.
Yeah, like everyone we knew was just hopping onto League,
Yeah, I
and
mean, League was super fun at the time. It was like the wild, wild west. There was no defined meta. You could do literally anything that you
yeah,
want. We had an
everyone
ELO
was
system.
really bad back then. Really, really bad. Like, I think the average player you play against now, like they know what each champion does for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, like
No
there were
one
just
knew
some
it.
characters where nobody played them at all. So I got away with a lot of stuff where I played an uncommon character because those are the types of the characters I usually lean towards. And I just like abuse the shit out of them not knowing anything.
Yeah, I remember that. So I one trick Garen
Yeah.
up until silver. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Up until silver ELO, we didn't have like tiers at the in season 1. I don't even know
Yeah,
when
it
they implemented
was.
tier lists or tiers.
I think I just remember in the first season there was like an ELO number,
Yep,
and
yep.
I think silver was around like 1400 or
1400 ish.
something.
Yeah, that's why I got there with just Garen. And then people started banning Garen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait. I need another champion.
Who was the second one you picked up? Was it Vlad?
I don't remember.
Because I know it was probably Vlad
I
or
think it was
Jace,
Vlad.
right?
Vlad. Yeah, and then Jace afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
My
Because Jace came
champion.
out
Yeah.
in season 2, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I do remember you were pretty far ahead of everybody in ELO back then.
I don't know how. I think it's because Garen was super busted and no one knew. Garen had this glitch where if you ult while you're Eing and you cancel E, no matter where they are, where they end up, they'll get ulted.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that was a
remember
big
that.
glitch back in the day, but I think it's gone now. I tried doing it, you can't do it anymore. So even if they flash
Yeah.
away from you, you still get the ult off, and it's a free kill.
Well, I think there is two things that you did that probably helped you win more, which is first of all, because everybody was bad, nobody respected
No.
Garen, so you could just walk up to Q and E them and they'd die, right?
Dude, so I had this cool Crit Garen build before Crit Garen was even
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I built Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Swifty Boots, and it was over. I
Yeah,
ended
that
the
was the other thing, was you built a very unconventional Garen because the spin could crit, and
yeah, no one knew that
nobody did
spin.
that at
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, no
Like,
one knew. I read.
everyone
Yeah,
went tank,
hmm
right?
yeah, and I read that Garen spin could crit. I'm like, wait a second, I could build Crit Garen. I was innovative for my time.
I mean, yeah, nowadays that is, it's not full crit,
Yeah, but
but
it's like you built some crit on it now.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can call me the father of Crit Garen.
Yeah,
Yeah, you played
it's,
Akali a lot.
yeah, I
Oh, so that was
played.
your first champion, right?
Akali
No,
was the very first character I
like you
liked.
main.
Um, I think I told you how I ended up playing her, but do you happen to remember?
It's been a long time.
Well, I'm pretty sure I literally just looked at the
Oh,
list of
you're like who's first
characters.
in the letter? Yeah.
Yeah, and Akali was first alphabetically. And I asked Chris, like, does anybody play this character? And he's like, not
No,
really.
no.
I was like, all right, I like her. Let's play. So I saved up all my money or in-game currency or whatever it is
What
to
was it
buy her.
called back then?
Yeah, there was no Blue S.
Yeah, it
No.
was.
Was it SP?
No,
No.
I don't think it was SP.
What was
Was
it?
it?
I
I don't
don't know. It
remember.
was just
Yeah,
another point,
yeah.
but it wasn't Blue Essence. I can't remember what it was.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I saved it all up, bought her, played her a bunch, and then IP. Yes, that's what it is.
Influential points, right? That's what they're called.
Something like that.
Influence points.
Yeah, pre-30 was the day.
Dude, pre 30 was so hard to get a 6300 champion
Yeah.
because they didn't have bonus, they didn't have missions, they didn't have. I guess first win of the day was a thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
that was it.
but that was the only way to reliably get IP other than playing a bunch of games.
And
So
honestly, I don't know about you, but I remember winning a lot in those days.
me too. Oh, I won a crap ton.
I I think at some point, like one of my most distinct memories of playing back then was I played LeBlanc and
Yeah.
I took Flash Teleport.
Mm-hmm.
I started with an Amp Tome, and every time I had enough gold for it, I would recall, buy a Soul Stealer, and
Oh
then
my god.
teleport back to lane.
And then killed him.
Yeah, it was really good times because
Remember
nobody knew
when
what she did.
oh yeah. We both played Riven back in the day. And I remember we would
Hmm.
go. You taught me the red elixir cheese strat.
Yes. That was a little later, like
Yeah,
around season
season
3.
3. Yeah.
So at that point, I feel like you didn't play as much
No, I stopped
around
around
then.
season 3, 4,
Yeah,
and then you kept playing.
I played a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was junior year of high school when summer came around. Like high school summer, you have almost nothing to do, right?
It's so boring.
There was like a little bit of AP lit work or something
Yeah,
like
or like
that.
if back in junior year you had to study for the SAT or the ACT,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But other than that, I sat in my chair and played League all summer.
I was so jealous.
So, yeah, that's how I went from gold to diamond, like immediately. And
Well,
I remember that whole climb because that was
you're doing it with Chris, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
I
was
do it
Chris.
with Chris. Um, it got to the point where I remember we went through platinum pretty quickly, but there's a point where something was wrong with the MMR for us,
Mm-hmm.
and at the very end of plat 1, like around 90 points, whenever we won, I would get like it'd be like 10 points, and then it would half the next game to like 5, and then like 2, and then there was a game I won where I got 0 LP, and I was so mad at that. But eventually, we did end up getting to the to diamond.
So wait, was it actual bug? Was it because you guys are winning too many games?
I don't know. I don't even remember how the MMR system worked back then. So um, I assume it was because we were winning too much, because I don't remember. Platinum is like the league I've spent the very least amount of time in.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been gold or diamond. So,
Yeah. Dude, gold was hell.
yeah.
Yeah. God,
And then I guess from there, that I think League was probably the first game where I took it like competitively. Well, no, I guess it was StarCraft, but League was the first game that I like really, really sunk a
he
lot of
went
time
try
into.
hard.
Yeah.
Hella try hard. I know in freshman year in college, you joined the league team or the
Yeah,
league
yeah.
club. Uh,
That was a little bit later, but yeah, I
yeah,
joined the League of Legends
yeah.
club,
I would
and it
go
was
there like
fun.
once in a while with you just to see what was up. I remember you were playing in a tournament, and then a team they needed like a support, so I just filled in for them.
Yeah, I do remember that
Yeah,
actually.
that's how I got
But
good with Thresh.
oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that
yeah,
one.
I played Thresh throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah, and then so yeah, I guess when we graduated high school, we both wanted to be computer engineers at the time.
Yeah, you went computer science, right? I think,
Yes.
yeah, computer science. I went computer engineering. We dormed
So
together all 5 years of our college years. Really fun. I had a blast. Freshman year was really rough though, because yeah,
yeah, I feel like you already talked about like how small our room
I
was
did.
with Jacob, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that room was unbelievably tiny. Dude, I just don't know how the hell we went through that year because of just how small it was. And when we
Yeah.
moved to PCV, the name of the apartments that we moved into a year afterwards, it was a godsend. Like I I never felt so happy before in my life seeing that bigger sized room.
Yeah, I mean, we went from like a proper dorm, which is like straight up just one room between two people. And then next year we went to apartment, which was still on campus, but um, we split a room. There was a shared kitchen,
Hmm.
2 bathrooms and everything, living
Hmm.
room.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
It was pretty, honestly, I'd say the living conditions were fine.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I can agree with that. Uh, for sure. I just there's just some parts. Oh, stream avatars. Oh, I gotta fix that. There. Oh, college every Thursday. Farmers market. My God,
Hmm.
that was fun.
Yeah, we had a big farmers market too. It was like,
Yeah.
it was essentially like a street fair, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And there was like
Um,
so much good food there too.
yeah. Uh, that's funny. I think Joel and I went out to eat on Thursday,
Uh huh.
and we were like, "Oh yeah, it's farmers market," or like it is the day that farmers market was on, but because of COVID, right? There's like nobody there.
Aw.
So,
I
well, it's not
know.
that nobody's out. It's like farmers market obviously isn't a thing, but
Mhm.
it's still pretty busy around here, honestly.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Does no one
Um,
take COVID seriously? Is this why we as the
well,
states are failing?
I think all of the guidelines say outdoor dining is fine.
Hmm.
So everybody has like the tables and the umbrellas out on
Hmm.
like the street, right?
Hmm.
And so they're technically following guidelines where, they have their mask on, they're doing outdoor dining, but because everybody's doing it, it just ends up being like a real crowd of people on the outdoor patios.
Yeah,
And because they're eating, they can't wear masks. So
yeah, that's true.
take of that what you will.
I I probably wouldn't go. I would just stay indoors, like I've always been
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. We usually do takeout. We've never eaten like on an outdoor patio or anything
Yeah.
during this COVID time.
And actually, now I think about college, how many times have we gone out like bar crawling?
Not many.
Twice. It was twice, right?
we
Well, I
yeah,
I,
we
I
were
wasn't drinking, but
pretty. Well, I
we're
didn't too
yeah,
until 21.
yeah. Wait,
So
until 21. Cool. Are you admitting to drinking before 21?
no, I was saying I didn't drink
Yeah, yeah,
until 21.
yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
Dude, those were like, even though I didn't drink, it was still one of the most funniest experiences I've ever had in my life. Well, there was a drink that I think you and Jackie had, and it was called the AMF, right? The
yeah.
Adios Motherfucker. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Adios Motherfunkler. We were PG here.
Hmm.
But you had two of those? Was
Well,
it two?
I think I technically didn't order one, but Jackie and his friend like stopped drinking it at some point, so I was like, I guess this is mine now.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
how
and
I
like,
ended up having
dude,
them.
you were out of it. I don't know if that was that same night, but it was you, Jackie, Jeremy, Joel, and you're all in a circle
Yeah,
in
it
like one of the bars. And so here, let me just give you guys some context. Right, it's super late at night. I'm the DD, right? I have my giant bottle of Coke, and I'm just sitting out there, and there's a window and the curtain. It's shaped like this, or your typical curtain. And I look through it, and I see Corey and our other three roommates, and this is literally what they're doing. They're doing this, right? Like they're doing what they call the rain dance. And I'm
Yeah,
just looking at
because
it.
that was like an in group meme we had.
Yeah.
I don't even remember why, but I know all I know for sure is that Joel was the one who
No, Joel definitely was the one who made it, but my God, that was just the most funniest thing. I wish I took a video, but I was just laughing so hard that taking a video didn't even cross my mind at the time.
yes. That was
Yeah.
good though.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then we did like
But
another bar crawl with like Jackie's friends, right? But that wasn't as fun.
I don't remember going on another one.
Maybe it wasn't a bar crawl. Maybe it was just like a.
Well, there was a separate time. I don't remember how it happened, but that was the time at the Denny's, right? Right.
um. Dude, just thinking about the Denny's incident.
The
I would say,
Denny's incident.
well, I would call it an incident. It was just a funny little event.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember what occasion it was, but
no, we
again,
went to
Kanye
Steffi's
was
place.
yeah, that
Yeah.
must have been it.
Yeah, it was
And,
going to Steffi's place, and then you guys were hungry. You're like, hey, Chani, let's go to Denny's. Right?
yeah,
And
this
I'm
was like at 1 or 2 a.m.
1 or 2
something.
a.m. And I'm like, okay, I'll drive us to Denny's, I guess. I'm actually kind of hungry myself. So we go to Denny's. We order our food. And then I know
We're
someone
already pretty drunk.
yeah, I don't like someone was messing with the syrup bottle. And like someone popped it off, and they were laughing hella hard. Who was it? Was it Jackie or
It
Joel?
was probably Joel.
It was, yeah, probably Joel. I don't know. He just popped it, and he was like laughing hysterically. But that wasn't the incident. All right. So our waitress is bringing out the food, and she accidentally drops a plate of hash browns. And Joel just loses it, and then you start losing it because Joel was laughing, and I felt so bad for the waitress.
You know, we actually talk about this every so often. It comes up. And I was like, I always think like if I was the waitress and these dumb drunk college kids were laughing at me, I'd be so mad.
I mean, I would have been sad.
You know, we tip well, right? That's Joel's response.
I don't remember, but I think I tried to tip well because that's just how bad I felt. Yeah.
Was that also the time when like the ketchup bottle exploded on there? Or no?
Oh yeah, that was the other Denny's incident. What's with us and Denny's? Maybe we should never go to a Denny's.
Denny's is a place I haven't been since then, but I feel like I don't know. I don't go to Denny's unless it's like midnight. I think that's a good thing.
If I wanted like a midnight snack, I go to Taco Bell. Ooh, did you hear about the Taco Bell patch notes?
I did.
Yeah, they got rid of a lot of good stuff.
You know, I think Joel and I have been to Taco Bell since we graduated, like once, and we were like, "This ain't it. This isn't us."
Placeholder says that waitress deserved a $20 tips from how it sounds. It was probably more than that since she was catering to.
There were a lot of us.
There was like 6 of us, 7. Because it was not just the roommates; it was a couple other people too. Everything that has potato feels like.
Yeah, I remember when we went to Taco Bell recently, like I guess it was like we were the sober people looking in on the drunk college kids, and it was just like we're only like we had just graduated, but it feels like we're worlds apart.
Hey, dude, like going through those 5 years of college, it changes a man.
That's true.
It really does.
And then when you graduate, you look at them and be like, wow, what are you guys doing?
How do you guys have time for this?
Well, I think for me, it's more like whatever you're stressing over in college, like once you have your job and you're working at it, you realize like, at least for me, it's like I'm learning way more actually working than going through anything of the college sort.
Mm-hmm.
So
something's going up upstairs. Sorry about that.
all good.
I just know that college, it beat the living crap out of me. Yeah. I definitely don't miss it. I only miss the socializing part, right? Because all my friends were literally right there. And everyone around us was around our age, so it was super cool. But when I go to work now, everyone is probably double my age, if not more.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward. I'm like, hey, so how's the weather?
When they talk about like when school starts for their kids.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like,
yes.
oh yeah, school.
Me too.
It's definitely a little awkward, but I miss hanging out with I miss hanging out with all my friends back in college.
Yeah, we don't really. Well, I guess technically, staying in a Discord call at midnight is a similar thing, but we used to like hang out in the living room for
and just talk about anything. We would have our own little podcast amongst ourselves.
He would fall asleep on the couch.
He would burn his toasts.
That too.
Yep.
Classic.
Yep. Our roommate Jackie, every time he would try to make something sandwich related, he burns the toast somehow.
100%.
100%. Yeah. There was no. I don't think I've ever seen like a fine looking toasted bread from him in my life. Oh, and funny enough, we would rotate who would make dinner too. Remember that?
Yeah, that's the reason I don't like bell peppers much anymore. I have not bought a bell pepper since we graduated.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I mean, it was just like I wanted to make something quick and easy, and then bell peppers were just right there. No, you're right though. Food did definitely get dinner got super repetitive.
Well,
But here's the
it's
thing: we were all
because
poor.
we split ingredients when we went shopping, so the easiest thing we could possibly buy that worked for all of us was like we bought some sort of protein. It was usually chicken,
Yep.
and then we would have rice.
Yep.
Because that's you just slap it in the rice cooker,
Uh-huh.
and then onions and bell peppers. Because that's the thing that everybody agreed on.
Sometimes mushrooms.
Something, yeah.
How I thought birdie sandwiches only happen in RPGs. Nope.
Well, I think what it was he would always make a sandwich, and then he would be playing Puzzles and Dragons on his phone, and then eventually he'd be like, "Oh crap! Like,
oh crap, my sandwich."
Yeah.
And then he'd flip it, right, and it's all black.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
But I guess nowadays, like, my food bills and stuff aren't much better because I pretty much, when I go grocery shopping, I have like one reusable bag. I just fill it up, and that's my stuff for the week. So that way it sort of like minimizes, or like it like sets a limit to how much food I can buy, right?
Okay, sure.
So
for me, I'm still making fried rice, Corey. It's a miserable life.
well, I mean, honestly, I feel like maybe I don't know that much, but I feel like Korean lunches are often sort of like that, right? Like ramyeon or fried rice very often.
Yeah. Well, no, you can put more effort into it. It's just for me, I'm like a hella lazy person, and I haven't been motivated to cook. So I'm like, okay, just dump everything, fry it with the rice, boom, mission accomplished, fried rice.
That is the easiest.
Yeah.
So.
But I've been trying to make like kimchi fried rice since I can finally have kimchi now, because I know that if I brought kimchi to our dorms, then it would have caused a riot.
Well, I think I like kimchi, but storing it in the fridge with everything else is a problem.
Yeah, I don't think people appreciate the smell.
Do
That's
you
why I
guys
never
have
bought it.
a kimchi fridge?
No, we're not cowards. We put it in the fridge with everything else.
I see.
My uncle and aunt, they don't have room for a kimchi refrigerator, kimchi fridge. So, and like honestly, I don't really know many Korean families that have a kimchi fridge. I've only seen 2 or 3, but everyone else, they just put it in the fridge with everything else. So I don't know if maybe it's just me and I've seen all the weird Koreans, or
well, actually, I think because I live in the same area that I went to college to, there's a lot of food that I don't get to have. Like, and like any Asian food around here, it's like pretty.
You gotta come to visit. We'll have KBBQ after such a long time. They actually have.
I could just go to LA.
That's. I guess technically speaking, it's closer, but
yeah.
Going from west to east coast, yeah, you got a point. But here's the thing: LA doesn't have me, right? Huh?
That's true.
Yeah,
but it could have you. You shall return to the best coast.
I want to go back to the best coast. You don't understand. So coming here, all right, East Coast. At first, it's not bad, but then winter strikes, and then I lose my car. Okay, fine. And then summer strikes. As soon as I finish taking a shower, I go outside, step outside, and I'm already sweating. I need to take a shower again, or I want to take a shower again because it's so humid, and I hate it. I hate the humidity so much. And it doesn't help that Maryland is a literal swamp. All right.
It's not quite as humid, I bet, in here as it is in
Oh
Maryland,
no, not
but
at all.
we grew up in Antelope, which is like zero humidity.
That's true.
So the trade off there, I guess, is like Antelope has 100-degree summer for like most of the summer, like
Yep.
June, July, September,
Hmm.
100 degrees.
Hmm.
But there's like no humidity at all, so it's like dry heat, and then also all the houses around there have air.
Yeah.
So around here, it gets like it only hits 100 like maybe a couple weeks during the summer, but nobody has
But
AC. So when it
but
does happen, it's just like super
yeah,
miserable.
okay, but here's the thing, right? I remember our freshman year, we didn't have an issue with that. With like summer being super hot.
Well, I had an issue with it.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
Because, well, how it worked was every time we came back to college, it was like late September. And then
Oh,
there was
maybe that's
always like
why.
1 week that would be
Okay.
absolutely
Yeah,
miserable.
you're right. Maybe
And
that's
then,
why. Okay.
yeah, after that, it was just like pretty much winter at that point, or like fall weather.
Yeah. SS Jacob says, "Nah, East Coast is where it's at." Not even close. Placeholder says, "So is the weather at least consistent for y'all? Like your summers are always hot, winters are always freezing?" Yeah. Well, in Cali, it's like that.
Yeah, I
Summer is always
mean,
hot, winter is always cold, and it's like there's no in between, um, unless you hit fall. That's actually pretty.
weather here is like you pretty much have nothing to complain where I live. Like pretty mild. Uh, it's like you hit 100 a couple of weeks, but other than that, it's usually around like 85 for summer or something. And
Mhm.
then winter, it doesn't really get that cold, so like
Yeah.
50s maybe.
Yeah. Also, chat, if you guys have any questions you want to ask us, please hit us up with whatever you got. Oh, Jacob says it's consistent in Florida too. Summer is always hot, winter is always hot.
Yeah, you guys have the legendary 90-degree lightning storms, right?
I would not want to live in Florida. That's actually suffering.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've only been to Florida once, and it was for CEO
Yeah,
Taku,
we met in
and
Florida too. Remember? That was actually a
yeah,
strange coincidence. Um,
I
so
don't like Florida.
yeah. So actually, let's talk about that Florida experience. I went to Florida to visit Jacob, and that was for a
Hmm.
weekend. But I didn't know that See Otaku was happening during that time. Corey went to Florida for See Otaku, and then somehow we we figured out that we're going at the same weekend. So we met up in Orlando. No wait, where did we meet up?
Yeah, it was
Was it Orlando? Yeah, we
Orlando's.
met up in
Yeah,
Orlando and we like hung out a little bit for the night. That was a strange coincidence. Very, very
yeah.
whack. Yeah.
It was. I don't know. The thing I remember specifically about Florida was like when I got out of the airport and I was Ubering over to my hotel. Like I don't know if it was just that day or something, but it smelled like sewage all around.
No, you're right. I know. I think it was Orlando in general because as soon as I got out of the car, Jacob's car, right? I sniffed the air, just all sewage. Oh baby, I'm never going back.
Is that normal, Jacob? Could you
Yeah.
confirm?
I think Jacob and I asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's Orlando."
That's Jesus Christ. I
It's
don't like it.
awful. It's actually terrible. I don't know how people can. How do you live like that? What's wrong with you people?
But I
Oh,
mean, the people that I met there were actually pretty nice. It was just like the weather sucked and it smelled like sewage, so
yeah.
that's probably a no go for
And it
me.
was so humid during the night. Where I was at Jacob's friend's place, I got out of the car and my glasses start fogging up. Yeah. And just like, okay, okay, all right, that's it.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that was a weird weekend because you weren't really in Orlando, right? You
No.
were over with Jacob,
Yep.
so you had to come visit.
We were near the area, or near
Yeah.
Orlando, pretty close. Ah, jeez. Miguel was like, "Oh, we popped his cherry." Ah, god damn it.
You dang glasses wear. I guess
Oh,
technically I do too, but only when I drive.
no. Okay, how do you like my new glasses? They're bigger than my last one because they didn't have anything similar size.
That's the only thing I noticed.
Yeah,
So
they're just bigger.
you gotta get the circle glasses.
No, so okay, so here's the thing, right? For those of you who have glasses and you want to be a little bit more fashionable, your face shape actually determines what kind of glasses you should wear. So for circular ones, I believe you need to have like a very sharp face. But for me, I'm more of a oval-ish. So that's why I tend to go for like the squares-ish, the rounded squares. I think they fit the best. That and I think I would look too Korean with circular glasses.
Don't want that happening.
Yeah, we don't want that happening. No sir, no sir.
Yeah, I guess this came from the college stuff, but college is where we also started Blaze, which I guess is another thing people probably
Nice
want.
segue, pal. Yeah, so Blaze Blue Central Fiction. I think that was when we started. Junior year? Sophomore year? When did CF come out?
Freshman year and sophomore year, I was still playing League.
Yeah, and so it's probably junior year.
I think somewhere around there we had an Overwatch phase, right?
That's right!
That was when the Overwatch beta came out.
Yeah!
Which, by the way, was awesome. Like, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Old Overwatch was just... I loved it. It was actually one of the first, very few FPSs that I enjoyed. And then they kept adding characters.
Well, I think by the time season 1 and 2 had hit, there was like a very defined meta.
Yeah.
And by then, it was sort of sad because I think back then it was like everybody had to have a Reinhardt, right? That was like the character that you had
boring.
to have. And the whole game sort of revolved around popping the shield or like getting around it somehow. So
yeah. God, Eon. Yeah, it got really.
I also want to point out that McCree had a stupid fan the hammer combo that insta killed tanks.
You loved it.
No,
I loved it. You loved it. I remember each bullet did like 75 damage, so it would Roadhog dead, Reinhardt dead.
That's who I played Roadhog, and I would cover on the corner, and every McCree would just flashbang me, and I'd die. Bang. That was dumb.
Yeah, dude, and like that, I had such poor aiming that I had to rely on the flashbang fan the hammer combo. That's all I did.
Yeah, I think later they nerfed fan the hammer,
yeah,
so you had to do flashbang and then do two
headshots. Yeah, had two headshot and a body shot depending who it was, or 2 headshots.
Yeah,
but even
Overwatch was fun, but after season 1 got around, we didn't really.
We quit.
Play too much because the meta was kind of meh.
So boring.
And then after that, it was probably around the 3rd year. Before Blaze Blue, we were playing Skullgirls, right?
No, weren't we playing that during high school? No, it was I think it was sophomore year of college. We started Skullgirls pretty early.
It was one of those. I can't remember.
No, because because I know you wanted to play Skullgirls, and we would play during the summer.
Yeah, because it was like $5.
Yeah.
Although I can't even remember why I wanted to play.
I didn't either, but hey, I just played with you.
Yeah, that was my first fighting game. Yeah. Unless you count Smash, which
you can.
You don't, and I don't know. It's kind of way different, but
first, like I guess traditional fight. Can you even consider tag traditional? Regardless, right? It was his gateway drug into the FGC.
And I played with a really shitty Logitech controller.
I remember that. I remember that.
Playing 6-button fighters on a pad kind of sucked. But I didn't know any better at the time.
I actually played on a pad too. I didn't have a fight stick at the time because I couldn't afford it. But it was like the triggers were the heavies, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, triggers were the heavies.
Well, you could set up your own
Yeah.
scheme. So I guess you put the. Actually, I guess I have my. So I think.
Yeah.
Let me try and remember.
No, I think I remember mine.
Okay, yeah. This was light kick. This was medium kick.
What the fuck?
This was light punch.
Yeah, you're right, you're right,
punch,
you're right. You're right, you're right.
Kick,
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I remember now. Oh my god, that's so weird. Because
because I don't know. I just set it up like that because that was what made the most sense.
I think no. I'm pretty sure it was default like that because I remember this being light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, and then light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. You want to do an infinite? Light punch, heavy punch, light kick.
Yeah, that game was. I have a lot of love and respect for that game.
That game was wild.
It's yeah, it's really wild. I think it's honestly it falls into the category for me where it's a lot of fun to watch, but playing it is really tough.
Dude, I played Parasol Squiggly, right? And whenever I go online and I would see what was her name? The projectile character. Peacock. Whenever I see Peacock, I would just freeze up and die because there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Because my team was so immobile.
Like, even back then, I feel like everybody you played online for the most part was already like
pretty good.
Not an established player, but like they knew how to play because the game had been out for a while.
Yeah.
And if you run into a Peacock who knows what you're doing and you're still pretty new and you don't know how to move around because not everybody has air dashes, right?
Yep.
It's pretty tough. Like Peacock's zoning was like
so
better
scary.
than Blaze Blue characters zoning by far, and Blaze Blue characters have more mobility for the most part.
Yeah. It was pretty rough. Your team was what was your team?
I played Eliza was by far my favorite character.
Oh yeah.
She was there. And then Sarabella was like my second favorite. And then I tried picking up Miss Fortune.
That's right.
And I knew a little bit of her, but I think for the most part I stuck with Eliza, Sarabella.
Yeah, I also stick with Duo. Parasol, Squiggly. I remember learning some Squiggly resets. That was fun.
Yeah, that game is all about resets, actually. Which, well, that's not necessarily true. I was about to say I feel like a lot of tag fighters are like that, but I think it's just BB Tag and Skullgirls that I know where.
Really? Because Marvel, you also go for. Oh no!
I thought
Marvel, you just kill people. You just kill them. Yeah.
Marvel is another one of those games where it's really fun to watch, but I feel like playing it would be a nightmare.
Like I said, I only played Dante and Virgil, and my Wesker was literally just there because I needed a third character, so Team Trenchcoat. But playing that game was rough. Yeah, but
I have a lot of respect for Marvel players.
Oh, me too. The game's wild.
Execution's high. I have there's no way you block any of that stuff in that game unless you know the setup.
It's all about knowledge and neutral. And you pray to God that you don't make a mistake, because if you make one mistake, just one, and they know what they're doing, that's a dead character.
And then there's everybody's favorite mechanic,
X Factor. Oh, level 3 X Factor Virgil, where he one-shots everybody. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Marvel, he played Sea Viper, Doom, and Dante. I like Dr. Doom. He's fun.
Foot dive, foot dive, foot dive, photon array. Yeah.
Marvel Infinite.
Yeah, Marvel. Basically a tag game, and your team decides whether or not you have touch of deaths that involve 83 DP inputs or resets that have 90 DP inputs. Hey, they don't have X-Men characters in Infinite because of copyright.
Yeah, that's true.
A Marvel game without X-Men. It's so weird.
I just I feel like Marvel 2 and 3 were like so beloved by most of the community, so they just super fucked up with Infinite somehow.
But it's so much
Like
fun.
I feel like Infinite, all they had to do was just update the graphics and then put a little bit of new stuff in, and people would have been happy for
So like what
most.
they did with Marvel vs. Capcom 3 to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate or Ultimate vs. Capcom 3, that's pretty
Maybe,
much what they
but
did.
I guess I'm looking in as a spectator and I didn't actually play, so maybe I'm
Okay.
wrong about
I
that.
enjoyed. Okay, well, I hate Tag Fighters, but it's only because Dante was in it that I enjoyed it. My
I see.
God, Dante was the most stylish character I've ever played in any fighter, and I'm glad they got him right.
Yeah, I guess from Skullgirls, I believe I played around
Probably
100
like
hours.
a yeah. Oh, really? Was it only 100?
Yeah, that's about what I remember.
Yeah.
And then,
And then I was playing Blaze Blue, and you were looking at me play, and you saw Taukaka, and you're like, "Damn, she's pretty cool."
well, actually, I think.
Or were you watching videos for it?
Okay, actually, I do remember what happened now. I think you're right. In sophomore year, it must have been Skullgirls.
Yeah,
Because I
sophomore.
remember there was a time we played Blaze Blue before I actually picked it up.
Yeah.
And I picked Noelle with like the blue and black color because it changed her gun effects.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this
Yeah.
character's cool. And I played stylish Noelle. But I didn't actually play the game because I didn't own it. And then I think it was the next year where we had like the bunk bed set up, right?
Hmm.
That's the memory that I have where I remember watching you play and being like, Tau and Platinum look annoying. I like it.
Like this guy actually had the nerve to come up to me and be like, "Yeah, dude, Talon Flat, they look hella sick. You're sick in the head. What's wrong with you?"
I still think they're really cool, but I think at that point there was like a fighting game bundle or something that was on
Yeah.
sale, and I bought it.
You got there was Arcana.
Actually,
That Arcana Heart was included, and then Joel played it, and he played the what do you call it? The Chinese sex doll robot.
I think it had Arcana Hearts. It had one of the older Blaze Blues.
Yeah.
I can't remember which
Yeah.
one. CF, and
Yep.
then I believe it had Street Fighter X Tekken or something.
Yeah.
The Chinese, I believe it was. He
They
called it
called
the
it the
Chinese
Chinese
sex
sex doll,
robot or
the sexual
something.
robot, something like that. But yeah, I was
But
playing.
yeah,
So yeah, Corey, and then Corey picked it up eventually, and then your first character. Who was your first character?
it's Lambda. How could you
No,
forget?
not Land. I think did you play someone else before that?
No, because although Platinum and Tau are technically the characters that got me interested,
Uh huh.
I remember at the time when I actually went to look at the characters and pick a main, I was between Lambda, New, and Nine.
Yeah. Okay.
And
See.
I picked Lambda actually because I thought her sword staircase combos were the coolest.
Yeah, but then New like specialized on that, and Lambda didn't.
Yeah, I didn't want to play like a full zoner, so
Hmm.
I picked Lambda.
Yeah, that's right. That was so long ago.
Also, sword staircase combos are not cool. But I guess they're cool as a spectator because she's like floating in the air,
Yeah,
like
she's
doing these random hand movements,
yeah,
and the sword's
yeah,
just coming out.
yeah.
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
in an alternate timeline, I would have been a 9 main from the start.
You would have been 9 specialists.
That would have been interesting.
No, you are also interested in Arcune.
I thought he was cool, but I think once I learned that he was like extremely difficult, I decided against it.
Yeah.
Which is still true, honestly. He's pretty damn hard.
Hey guys, I'm telling you, separate universe, Kasha would have been a Kun main, and we all would have hated him.
Well, we'll get to that. 'Cause that's later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played Lambda, and I believe the first match I played was against Bud, right?
Oh my god, you're right.
Bud playing Naoto.
Naoto, yeah, he tried to get into Blaze Blue too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, we were bad.
I I won't deny it, but hey, it was their first fighter, or well, their first time playing Blaze Blue, so you can't blame him.
Yeah, I guess back then I didn't know any better, but I just back then the lobbies were active, and I used to play in the lobbies a lot.
Mhm.
And back then, uh, I never played offline, so I would just accept 0 bars and not care. Like it didn't matter what the connection was; I would just play anyway. And I don't know, maybe that helped. Probably not. But I believe eventually we met Alex, right?
Yep, we met
He was like
Alex,
the first one.
Arugami, and Signasty.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Alex was, I believe Alex was the first
Yep.
person. He's iridescence, if you
Yeah,
don't
and then I think it
know.
was Signasty afterwards, and then it was Arugami because I met Arugami through Kasaria. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I met
And
Kasaria way
then
later.
I think from that small group, we made a Discord. And
Yeah.
initially, wasn't the Discord, well, it was supposed to be like a Hangout Discord,
hmm
which is why it had the silly name, right? And
Finals,
then,
friendly, fun time. No, so yeah, Corey asked me, "Hey, what do you want to name the Discord?" I'm like, "I don't know. That's up to you, dude." Comes up with finals, friendly, fun town. Of all the
yeah, that's
goddamn
true.
names.
um, I think at that point, we were still like a Hangout Discord, and then we met Falling Upwards, right?
Fallen Godward. Please
Who
pronounce his
was
name properly.
a CF. Well, I don't know if he was just a CF streamer, but at the time he was
He was
streaming
a
CF
basic, yeah,
pretty
yeah,
often.
yeah, yeah.
And he was hosting a tournament,
We call what was
right?
it called?
It was
Yeah, we
Fraud City
Fraud
Finals.
City Finals. Yeah,
So I could be wrong, but if you search Fraud City Finals in the Discord, it might still pop up.
hi Nuna.
Oh, but yeah,
Fraud City Finals. Oh my god, that brings up so many good memories because
we changed it, right? Because
yeah,
eventually he said he didn't want to host it,
yeah,
and we decided to take over.
but he didn't want us to use the name, so he used something else. So he
Yeah,
came up with
and
Stomp on him.
Stomp on him Saturday
Yep.
1.
And then from there, a lot of actually it was a lot bigger than I anticipated. Um, and the server just exponentially grew from that point on up until
Yeah, it was. At first we had about like 10 players maybe,
yeah,
and then I believe it was Karthus who came in,
yeah.
and he started chilling around. And I do remember, like from there, I believe Adroth came in. Um, who was the first person who won?
Didn't DXP join the?
Yeah,
No.
it was.
What did she
I
join the
think it
first
was.
one?
I think so. I know Oki joined on the second.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah,
I
yeah,
believe DXP or Kyo, as you guys know her.
yeah. That back then she
Uh,
was dual X persona, but now she goes by Kyo.
she won the first one. It was
Mm-hmm.
around 30 players,
Yep.
which was far more than any of us expected.
Yep.
And then from there, we sort of just kept running tournaments, and the Discord grew.
One time we had 50-ish on one of our stomp on 40, 50.
Yeah, that was in the second
Yeah.
part, I think.
And then, God, that one, the prize for one of the stomp on him was go on a VR date with Chanye, and I didn't even agree to that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and like after the tournament, so Kyo won that one. So I had to go on a VR date with Kyo, and luckily that video was gone. It's lost to history. You'll never find it. You'll only find clips of it.
It's true.
Oh yeah, it's Taro. It's Nuna's fault. I saw you bribed it. Wait, yeah. How did it happen? Actually, do you remember? I don't remember
think
how.
she like DXP was the one who requested it, right?
No, I don't think the XP requested it. Oh, because you went to a shout out to. Oh, right, she bribed me. That's right, Nuna bribed me.
How bad was
Yeah.
it? I mean, honestly, from what I remember, I wasn't actually there. I just watched some of the stream, but
Yeah.
it was just you on VR chat, right?
Pretty much. And then I was actually really awkward. I didn't want to do it at all. So what I would do is whenever we go to a world, Nuna was there, Kyo was there, me, and then sometimes Jacob would be there, but all these some other
Advance
Cuck
there?
Cuck was there later. But my plan of attack was just skedaddle out. And
But yeah, those were the early FFF days. Pre esports, there's plenty of really wacky, crazy things back then.
Dude, our FFF was super degenerate back then. That's when we had all the degenerate people.
It was a fun time. Obviously it's a lot different now, and it's still fun in a different way. But there's some good times there. There's always the archive if you guys want to see.
The archive is unbelievably cursed.
That's true.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for FFF, I wouldn't have met any of you guys except Corey. But Corey I knew since high school, right? None of you in chat I would have met. So
yeah. Besides the earlier members who we mentioned, like Alex and Origami and Signasty, we eventually met Mr. Scrimgore because he would hop into your rooms.
He would hop in when I was streaming, yeah, and he would beat the living crap out of everybody. Me, Signasty, Alex.
We eventually, well, I guess, unfortunately, fallen upwards. We don't see him much anymore. But,
just know that he was a god. That's how we met
Jacob through them.
Yeah,
right?
Fallen Godward was an actual god. So don't, if you ever see that name, Fallen Upward, don't challenge him. He's gonna beat you up. When you hit 10k channel points, you'll wish you never showed up to one of my streams. 10k. Uh-oh.
10k.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess our tournaments grew pretty large, and then at some point we sort of slowed down, and there were a lot of other side projects, side stuff that we had going on.
Yeah, we did a tournament for Eunice, we did a tournament for Grand Blue, we did a tournament for, was that it?
BB Tag.
BB Tag, did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did a tournament for BB Tag.
I guess it's through all those that's where all my experience in TOing comes from, and for you, that's where a lot of your streaming from before you started streaming like regularly.
Yeah, originally the reason why I even streamed in the first place was I wanted to get better at BlazBlue, so I used streaming to hold replays. That was really the purpose of it. There was no other. I didn't really do it for show. I just did it because I wanted to improve.
Yeah.
So, but people started watching, and then we started running tournaments, and then just constantly doing that just made it grow. So.
And now we're here.
Doing Funcasts. And I mean we still have MLM, but yeah, a couple other
stuff in the works.
That's right.
But we're still settling details.
Yeah. So late on that.
Yeah, so I guess that's abbreviated version of our personal history. Obviously, we didn't fit everything because that would have been like
That's too much.
7 years or whatever. No, longer than that. Like 9, 8
When did we start high
years.
school? 13? 14?
Well, there was 4 years of high school, and then there's 5 years of college,
And
and then
then
I guess 1 year after, so that makes 10 now, right? Wow.
10 years! We've known each other for 10 years!
Oh no, I feel so old.
Back in, oh my god, there's just, I don't know about high school, but I kind of miss it. I know you didn't miss high school that much, but
Yeah, I think I liked high school. There's a lot of friends I had that I want
yeah.
to know what they're up to,
Yeah.
but I didn't have too much freedom at home.
Oh, me
So.
neither. Oh, that was awful. Actually, no, you're right. Now that I think about it, yeah, you're right. That was an awful. Asian parents, man, you know the drill. You had an
It's true.
Asian mom, and she was like, "No, you can't play video games Monday through Friday. Are you crazy? You gotta study. You must become a doctor." At least that was my mom, as per every Asian Korean mother.
Yeah, but I did it anyway secretly.
Damn, how did you get away with it?
Well, okay. My computer was in the living room because we had no other connections upstairs where my room was.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't play computer games. But what I would do is after school, I would do my homework upstairs in my room, and then I would finish, and then I would sit there either with a DS or 3DS or my phone.
Oh, okay.
Because at the time the phone had iOS had a Game Boy emulator that I used to use a lot,
Yeah.
and I would do that. I played a lot of Devil Survivor 2, a lot of regular Devil Survivor, a lot of Pokemon Etrian Odyssey, and Brave Frontier, which was like our, at least for me, it was the first mobile game that I got into.
Mm-hmm. What was my first
And then,
mobile game?
wasn't it Brave Frontier?
You know what? Yeah, I think we played Brave Frontier together.
Yeah, it was in high
Yeah,
school.
yeah. And then what was Sheeta? That was my favorite unit. Sheeta, that's right.
I guess you don't really play mobile games, but that was the start of my whole mobile game thing.
Yeah.
I played Brave Frontier a while, but eventually I stopped playing, like in college, I believe. And if I briefly look at my phone, because I don't uninstall anything usually.
What do I have?
Shadowverse, we played a lot.
We did.
I did.
We did. Well, I played with you.
I played a lot of the Skullgirls mobile game in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The Love Live mobile game, classic.
Yeah, you're a big Love Live fan. That's right.
And then there's a bunch of other, the Dual Links, which is garbage, and I uninstalled it. Or I stopped playing after a little bit.
Nice.
The Animal Crossing one, I also didn't play much of.
Yeah.
The Pokemon ones suck.
The only mobile games I played after Brave Frontier was like the rhythm ones. So Sidus, Demo, Groove Coaster. I think that was it.
Well, I guess the progression for me after Brave Frontier, which I played a long time, and then it was like Shadowverse, Skullgirls, Love Live,
yeah,
and then Girls Frontline was the next like one I played for a long time.
Yeah, now you're playing Fate Grand Order. I almost said Grand Fate Order.
Which, by the way, I'm coming up on a year of playing Fate Go. I just remembered.
Wow. Where's your Merlin?
I wish I had one. But yeah,
I actually had a big Grand Blue phase for a bit. Don't play it,
Uh,
guys.
I was gonna say, isn't that game like more grindy than Faco?
Well, I don't know how grinding Fate is, but I remember every day you have to do these. You have to do like these dailies, right? And it'll take about an
Mhm.
hour or two, depending on how good your team was. And then you have events afterwards, plus some other stuff like you need to gather mats and for other things, for when you're uncapping your weapons, right? Or you have to constantly do a raid in hopes that you
Is
get
there
like that
no
weapon drop.
energy system?
There's an energy system, but the thing is that they were so liberal in how they gave how much energy they gave you
Uh,
refill. Yeah, like it pretty much it felt more like it didn't even feel like a gotcha game except for just the rolls. But even the rolls were super. They were super nice on that too.
okay. I do like Grand Blue's aesthetic quite a bit,
Hmm.
but I don't need another game to
No, that's
rank
actually
it.
like if you fall behind, then oh, it's so hard to catch back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
I think for a little bit I was playing Girls Frontline and Fate Go at the same
Oh
time.
my god.
But at a certain point in Girls Frontline I realized like at the time I had done all the content and every event I would just 100%. And I pretty much had everything I wanted. So I was like, at that point, I still liked the game quite a bit, but I was like, I'll
Yeah, but
focus on Fate Go.
you're top of the world, right? You
Pretty
beat it.
much, except like the ranking quests, which are really annoying to
Oh.
do. But in terms of content, I had it all. I have all the event units, or
Hmm.
at least I did.
Hmm. I just wanted Albert and Grand Blue. And I know like he was my favorite card in Shadowverse. So when I realized that he was in Grand Blue, I'm like, ooh, ooh,
By the
it's time.
way, I played Shadowverse like a couple of months ago,
Hmm.
just for fun.
Hmm.
Uh, the power creep is super real.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it get worse?
Well, I don't remember when you stopped playing, but you do remember were you around when Neutral Forest was like super good?
What was the U? What was like the big cards for that one?
Beauty and the Beast
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Alice in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Wonderland.
yeah. Because that's when Cinderella was big for Sword. That's right.
That deck is not good anymore.
Really?
I tried playing in Unlimited because that's the only format where those cards still work.
Uh huh.
Those are all the cards that I have.
Uh huh.
And I got bodied most of my games.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Like some of the decks have uh, win conditions that are like upgraded versions of the old win
So you're
conditions.
telling me there's like an upgrade version of Albert? Because he was a
Well, I don't know
pretty.
about. I didn't play against any Swordcraft
Oh.
players, but do you remember Dimensional Shift and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
There's like better versions
Wait, what?
of it.
You're turning into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Dimensional Shift as a card is so busted to me that I just can't imagine anything stronger.
Well, it's more like Dimensional Shift needed
You need prep
other
time,
cards
right?
to win with.
Yeah.
But this is more like you have one card and then you prep that one instead of having like 3 or 4 cards you have. So it's more consistent.
That's stupid.
And Roach, like you remember that
Yeah, I
card,
remember
right?
Roach.
It has a new version that's now usable. Like before you drop your combo, you can still use it like as a utility thing because it'll have storm and everything.
What
And
the?
then after that, it'll pop back to your hand.
That's stupid. What the
Yeah.
hell? I'm never gonna play Shadow first.
There's so many. I've realized this about a lot of things that I like, but
Mhm.
I feel like I'm becoming the boomer that's like, there's a golden time for all these things, like the old League and the
Back in
old
my day,
Shadowverse, yeah,
yeah.
old Overwatch, all that good stuff.
You were also really big into. Oh, we actually got into Yu-Gi-Oh a bit freshman year high school or college, right? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
freshman year. Yeah.
yeah.
And
I've always been like a really big Yu-Gi-Oh fan for
Mhm.
like elementary school all the way to like late middle school maybe.
Yeah.
But in college we had a little resurgence in Yu-Gi-Oh, so
Remember my
that was fun.
platinum rare Noble Knights?
Yeah, they burned your eyes out.
All right, guys. For context, so this was when Merlin came out, like the platinum rares for Noble Knights. For those of you who know Yu-Gi-Oh, like the round table box came out. All right, platinum rares, new rarity for the Noble Knights. The thing is that the entire card was like holographic, right? But it wasn't like your traditional holographic. It was like this reflective glare holographic thing. So when Corey and I were playing, I'm sitting there, right, and the light is reflecting to the card into my eyes. Corey actually saw the reflection burning my eyes.
You know, there's so many new rarities now.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, a lot of them are ugly.
Dude, so like I saw the new Starlight ones, and they look like those hella cheap like third party Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you get at a flea market, right? Those rarities, yeah, they look like those.
Yeah, like they started like putting the foil outside of the
Yeah.
actual
Oh,
art.
why? Like,
Even
why?
like when I was playing, the newest rarity around then was the ultimate rare,
Mhm.
and I didn't even like it that much because if, you've seen an ultimate rare, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's almost
What's
like a platinum rare, except it's
except?
just the art and the stars and the attribute.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of the new rarities.
No.
I always think Ultra, like the old Ultra, and then the old Secret Rare, are my
Yeah, my
favorite.
favorite is the old secret rares. Those are like the best rarities, hands down. Especially because my my very first card actually that I got was, remember when we went to the hobby store?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually sold like cards in these plastic containers or these decks or deck of cards. And
Hmm.
I saw Lady of the Lake, so I bought that one.
Yeah.
Remember
I
that? Yeah,
remember that.
yeah. And then you bought one of the Dragon Lords, I think.
True Dragon Rulers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dragon Rulers. Yeah. Yeah, Lady of the Lake was my first secret rare card, or my first Yu-Gi-Oh card, I guess, that I liked. So after a while, she was.
Reditas brought up Ghost Rares. I think Ghost Rares I was fine with because they're like a special card, pretty
Mhm.
much, where it's like
Remember when I
it
pulled
feels
a ghost rare?
very, yeah, it feels very like premium,
Yeah,
even though it's pretty wacky that you can't
yeah.
even really see the art.
I think I still have my ghost rare with me, but I remember we went to Target after getting groceries. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm feeling good. Why don't we buy a pack, right?
Hmm.
And I pulled a ghost rare. What did I pull?
It was one of the like
Yeah, it's a synchro
the
dragon, right? It's
Clear
one of
Wing
those. Clear. I
Synchro
think it was
Dragon.
Clearwing. Was it that one? I
Yeah,
think it was that one. I pulled
one of
it, and
those.
it's one. I don't think it's worth much, but
Hmm.
advance with the lore. Hey, dude, you know that Japanese word for friendship? It's Yu-Jo. You take Yu-Gi and Joey, and but put it together, you get Yu-Jo. So the card Yu-Jo friendship just says friendship, friendship. Thank you, Konami. Yeah, thanks, Konami.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's fun. Uh, I don't think I would ever play it competitively that much, but
Oh hell no, I could
I
never
think
play competitively.
it's a game where there's so many cards now and so many archetypes that as long as you somewhat like the base mechanics, then you'll
You'll find
probably find
something.
a deck.
Yeah, you'll find a deck that you like
Are you
me, where
gonna
I
play the
slap.
new VTuber deck that's going on?
Oh, that's right. I'm coming with a VTuber deck. You know, maybe I should get into VTubing. How does that sound?
I mean, they made a dragon maid archetype, so
That's
why
true.
not just go full in on the waifus, right?
I actually bought a Mayakashi deck.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have a Noble Knight, Mayakashi. Those two. And you had
What about
Harpies,
your?
Madolches.
Yeah, but didn't you have arrow mages?
I had Air Mages, but I gave them away.
Hmm.
Well, I kept some of the Air Mage cards because they're actually really good art. Subterra's too. Subterra had really good art that I just kept.
Did you ever make a Subterra deck, or was it
Yeah,
just?
I did, but it was like a very jank Subterra deck, hella cheap,
Yeah.
awful cards. All my focus went on to my Noble Knights.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I hate Madolche still, to this day.
But they're not even good
But they
anymore.
hard countered me. They still hard counter me.
But they're not as consistent.
They're not. VTubers are taking out just like every other Blaze Blue streamer. Oh my god, I should follow suit. Guys, what would my VTuber avatar look like?
Isn't it just your icon there?
Yeah, but you gotta make it look cool, right? Fancy.
Not true. You see, well, I guess you haven't seen it, but there are ones that are super popular that are super simple looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can just Google VOMs. VOMS.
Moms.
They look like really like kid show like, but they're very popular for whatever reason.
Moms. VTuber. Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cartoony. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, "This is really weird," but they're popular. Not the most popular, but still one of the more well-known.
Oh.
Jin avatar from
From
BB
BB Tag? Oh, this is the
That'd be
chibi one?
kind of hard to rig up, I think.
Would it?
I think so.
You
Oh,
just-
wait, the chibi one?
Yeah, the chibi one.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fine then.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a moving Jin one.
Oh god, hell no. Yeah, I can go for the chibi Jin one and be like, listen here, you steaming pile of compost. Do you all know who I am?
And then all the viewers will donate to you and be like, "Step on me,
Step on me. I'll kill you." You know what? On second thought, that's free money. Hold on, guys. Be right back. My VTuber.
Yeah.
I know you're big into VTubers.
True.
And,
it was only a matter of time.
Which one was your favorite one again? Like
Suisei.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, well, for me at least, before VTubers, I already liked, like, I watched a good bit of like streams and like YouTubers, and I liked Love Live, which is like idol content, right? So it was just like a mash of those things plus gaming. So
it works.
Why not?
Yeah. Don't they sing too? They just do a bunch of stuff together, right?
Yeah. It was just a mashup of things that I liked. So it was only a matter.
Alright, Corey. I'll start my VTuber career just for you. I'm gonna be so popular.
Could it be like a stick figure?
Yes, that's a good one. Oh, Anya, thank you for hosting. Hi.
Ooh.
I was watching her stream earlier today, but like as soon as I joined, she was about to raid someone, so I didn't see nothing. I saw nothing.
Absolutely not.
Anya, we're talking about my future VTuber career. That was hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
become. Yeah,
we'll get the stick figure
we'll get
with
the
like
stick figure.
my favorite smiley face with like the pointy nose on it.
It's sideways too. Oh my god, that'll be something.
Actually, yeah, before all this, like when we started deciding when we do more variety stuff,
Hmm.
uh, Bacon and Alex and I were thinking about doing a stream where we would do like a Hololive like tier list thing. But we
Okay.
haven't done it yet. So
Okay. You know what? You could do it on my stream.
is this what you
Yeah,
want?
yeah. You know what? I'll rate them. I'll be like, that character looks pretty interesting. I'll put that
Ooh.
character in S2. I did that for Fate with you guys, and I had no idea what any of the Fate characters were except for the sabers. And I put all the sabers in the saber tier, which was really low, by the way.
Actually, if you did it on like the tier list maker website, right?
Yeah.
You could technically pull up that page right now, and I'm pretty sure it saves the tier list.
What was it? Do you have the link?
Just look up tier list maker Fate Go, and then one of those should be like a purple, like you already clicked it.
What if none of them are purple?
All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can link you the one that I think it is.
Didn't someone save it?
It's probably a picture in
Yeah.
TVRA, so
I don't know if we can ever find that. It was so long ago.
try
But
that.
okay. Oh yeah, it's blank.
Oh, well, you ruined everybody's hopes and dreams of seeing a waifu.
Listen, okay. You let us still so long as Nissan stage will be happy. Oh, I'm gonna keep that. Don't you fret.
What if Nissan sues you?
Uh-oh.
We
But
need to get a sponsor.
it's Ginseng Nissan, right? Like you can't they can't just take the word. That's how
Yeah, but I could be wrong, but doesn't it have the logo in the graphic that pops up, or no?
Yeah, it does, but like
I knew it.
camera is better than Live 2D. Oh, as in like person who uses a Live 2D avatar and camera. Wait. Hold on a second. All right, guys. So I know like it's very split. With like, do you want to see the actual person, or do you want to see, like the VTuber, the Live 2D thing? What do you prefer, Corey?
I think, of course, if you want to be a VTuber,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. Like, I don't mind. But I feel like for me, at least, I think if you already have been streaming like on a camera, then
Yeah.
it's sort of weird to switch over.
Okay.
Unless you're like really into it. So
Okay.
that's my opinion, but I
Well,
know
mhm.
like I guess Chickzama is a good example of somebody who people know her face already, but
Mhm.
she got really into VTubers, so it's pretty cool that she got to
Yeah, but the
follow
thing is
her.
that she's having a VTuber only Blazer tournament. What if I want to participate? I'm not
Just
a
make a
VTuber.
stick figure.
With the sideways face emoji.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember if I linked you, but there's like literally a
Gorilla, yeah, I remember you linking me that. That
gorilla.
was so funny. Well, no, so actually, before VTubers were a thing, I hung out with Pon Pon. I actually voice chatted with him, and he's a big troll, by the way. Like, check this out. So I'm like, Pon Pon, I want to see what you look like for once in my life. And he's like, okay, well, let's voice chat at Discord. And then this guy comes out with like a face rig, like a VTuber avatar thing, right? Instead of his actual face. And I'm like, you motherfucker. And this was
ready.
and this was last year, a year and a half, I think, right? And I actually wanted to do something like that too. But the thing is that my face, I already showed my face to people and everything, so they already know what I look like. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep my camera. But imagine this, guys, in a separate timeline, I would have been a VTuber for like a year.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
You can have Teru draw you as one.
Yeah, Nuna, can I have a free free live 2D avatar, please?
You're one of those people. I'll pay you an exposure. I have over 800 followers.
You could be a cute anime girl then. Ooh. No, thank you. I'll need a voice
Funnily
changer.
enough, I guess that we already have several pieces of art of us. Like
we don't talk about. Oh yeah, we don't talk about those.
I wasn't talking about the other one.
Okay, yeah, those were. Yeah, sorry for bringing that up.
Yeah, you got your icon here.
Yep.
Aster did some pencil drawings.
Yeah.
I think Penguin probably did.
Yeah. God, now that you brought that up, or now that I brought that up, it's so weird. So about a year and a half ago, for some reason, people had this really strange fixation on just shipping me and Kasha together in the Discord. And somebody, I think it was Neko, but he would commission art.
But it
wasn't like us, right? It was like our avatars, I guess. So
it was basically Jin
and Rin from Toho. But just looking at it and thinking back on it, it was the most strangest thing. Sherman asked, "Where is your Mainutsume and Izayoi art? The best one?" Oh. Yeah, we had a person named Moon in our Discord. I think she left a while. She definitely left a while back, but I remember there was one game. It was one of the Japanese mic players. Who was it?
No, it was Jonah.
Was it Jonah? Oh no, it was Jonah versus SKD. And Moon in Twitch chat, she was like, how did it go? It was if Mai wins, I'm gonna draw art of Mai dicking down on Izayoi. I remember that quote. And then people just copied it and posted all over Twitter, and then Mai won, so she had to do it.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
God, everyone is such a degenerate.
Hey man, one of the original founders, Sick Nasty. He's like the degenerate master.
That's true. I haven't heard of Sick Nasty in a while, but I hope he's writing a book. If you didn't know, so he's been in the process of publishing a book. Actually, I think
that's pretty cool.
Something like that. What a nice community. Well, Blazewood community it's definitely one of the nicest communities I've participated in. But thing is I didn't
up there with the League community.
The League community is the kindest community that you'll ever be a part of. Trust me on this, guys.
I just think it's funny that whenever I leave while you guys are playing League, like I'll play a game or two with you guys and then I'll leave. You guys get like the worst, most toxic randoms.
It's strange. It's just it usually happens to me whenever I'm playing, especially in ranked, right? Like you've seen my solo queue games, and I get the most wackiest toxic. Sometimes people just literally give up on the first death and they leave, and I lose LP, and I'm like, well.
I've been there. It's true.
Yeah. You had a French guy wish you cancer yesterday? You love League. Wow, yeah.
You're one of those players. You were born in the toxicity.
It's always solo queue too. Yeah, solo queue is like the most toxic thing. But fighting in community, it's only the very few people who are super toxic, right? Everyone else is just they're really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the most part.
yeah. I mean, sure, we're gonna have some people like Tiffy, but you know, everyone else is like they're super cool, and I'm really glad I'm part of the community.
Yeah, it's been a nice community out of all the ones that I've been in.
Yeah.
I guess, well, I guess the other ones I wasn't as involved in, so I can't really say for sure.
We're big into the StarCraft community.
I was in the local melee scene at the college.
That's right. Yeah, I would go there with you sometimes. Yeah.
Every so often, I think maybe I should play again because it has rollbacks now.
You want to break your wrists?
It's a price to pay for good
For
connections.
salvation.
Yeah, I think when they announced it, me and Chixama played together on stream once.
Oh shoot! How'd that
It
go?
was really, it was really good. Like there were
Damn.
like no stutters. It felt pretty much like a 1 to 2.
Alright, who does Chixama main?
Peach.
Oh, okay. Was she good?
Yeah. She's pretty solid. I think I won most of the games that we played.
Yeah, Kasha, melee star.
No.
Yeah.
I got destroyed most of the local team.
I played Marth because I'm hella basic like that. I actually wanted to play Roy, but I remember I was playing Roy one time against Corey, and he was at 200 something ish percent up in the air, like way up, and I hit him with an up air, and he still didn't die.
Roy sucks.
Yeah.
Who do I'm assuming you're talking to me, but Final just answered if you're
Mhm.
talking to him.
Mhm.
But as for me, I was like, for the longest time, I was a big Melee fan, but as a spectator. So I believe from around like 2016 to 2018, I just watched. And then eventually I started playing. And,
You're big into Samus, right? Samus and Sheik.
well, it was sort of weird because at first I started with Fox and Falco.
Okay.
But eventually I don't know if you guys know the Melee scene, probably not, but there's a top player named Plup. He's a really, really good Sheik player. And what was cool about him that I thought was Sheik is considered like a very defensive character and he's usually considered pretty boring. But Pluff played him or her very aggressively and was
That guy got
often
results.
touted. Yeah, like he got results playing her aggressively and making her move like as fast as the spaces were. So, like, I'll play Sheik because that's a really cool style. So I played Sheik for a while, and then at one point I also played Samus because Pluff again was a Samus player who was like, if Sheik is considered defensive, then Samus is considered super, super defensive. She's pretty much what I would say is like the Kagura of that game, where you usually want to like space your normals out in neutral and wait for them to approach, and then she's got like a pseudo flash kick with her up B. So,
Yeah.
But he plays her really aggressively and in a very cool style as well. So
Yeah.
those were my characters, and then eventually I just started playing Fox and Falco because they're fun. Mostly Falco.
Yeah. And then we played Smash 4.
Oh god.
And I know how much you loved my Cloud, dude. It was top notch.
I can't stand not melee Smash games, to be honest. Uh, yeah, Smash 4 I also played Samus,
Yeah,
but
she wasn't as
he
good.
sucks.
Yeah. I played Cloud and Marth, and my god, Cloud in Smash 4 was so busted and so easy to play. Holy cow, like that character shouldn't be legal.
He was sort of like S, where he just had like really good
Yeah.
normals. Yeah. But you know, Smash Ultimate, I think I really like the direction they took it.
Hmm.
Like it's much more playable to me than Smash 4,
Hmm.
but it's just uh not for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Because Melee in Smash 4 and then Melee Ultimate, very, very different games. Even if fundamentally they're similar, it's just there's so many nuances to Melee that I actually appreciate. Plus, the movement
Yeah.
options in Melee is so nice, even though it might be hard to do. Holy
Yeah.
cow, though! Like in 4, I honestly playing 4, it was actually boring because people would just roll, and rolling was super good in 4. I don't know why, but it was. And people would always be shielding, right?
Mm.
Air dodging was also okay because you could do it as many times as you want. It was so
Yeah.
boring.
Honestly, I think I owe a lot of credit to Melee for me at least.
Yeah.
Like I was super, super into spectating Melee and I watched all the community videos and stuff
Mhm.
like
Oh,
that.
I would always watch Melee. Melee was so much so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the FGC doesn't like Melee for the most part, but I
Really?
honestly thought in my head that CF is sort of heading down the path of Melee where
I think we're already there.
there's already like a new installment of Blaze Blue,
Yeah.
right? BB Tag. And it's just sort of a split now, right?
Yeah.
Because like CF and BB Tag, there's some interlap between the two, but
I don't know why they called it Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Couldn't they just call it Cross Tag Battle or Arxis
that
Cross
would have
Tag
been
Battle?
cool.
I don't know why they gave it the Blaze Blue title. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, in some way, there are times where I've enjoyed watching the game, but I can't play it. Every time I sit down and try to learn it, it doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody said we're becoming Third Strike. Well, I mean, it's a lot of those games like Third Strike. Uh, yeah, I guess Third Strike's the best example, but it's kind of like Melee, where a new installment has come out and people have sort of disregarded it and just kept playing the old version.
Mm-hmm.
And I think eventually, like, depending on obviously we're not as big as Melee, but you've seen what their community and devs have done, right? They've implemented rollback. There's like
Mm-hmm.
replay systems,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a whole net play system just
Yeah.
for them. But
So if Blaze Blue can get rollback, that's a huge game changer right there.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if our community, obviously we're much smaller, like way, way smaller,
Mm-hmm.
but if we keep playing the game we like and showing support, then I think it could eventually get to that point. He said the R word. The mighty
Rollback.
roller.
Rollback. Yeah.
Placeholder talking about Brawl. That is true. I actually never played Brawl competitively. I played casually with my brother. And actually, that game casually is a lot of fun. But
I
I learned a lot about that game through watching a lot of videos from Melee. So,
I I slipped a lot or tripped a lot in that game.
well, that game was really whack because not only the tripping system and a bunch of other stuff, but Meta Knight was just fucking ridiculous. Like so far above a lot of the other characters. And
They had
then
to
there's
ban
the
him,
stuff
right?
that I don't know about
Oh no, I don't
ban,
think they
but
banned
pretty
it.
close
Yeah.
to it. And then all the other characters you mentioned, like ice climbers having chain grabs. So yeah.
SS here. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, Meta Knight in that game was like, we think Izanami is undisputedly the best in Blaze Blue. It's not even close.
But
Like,
then, dude, you know what frustrates me? And I'm sorry for those of you who actually play Izanami, but if you feed those people who are like, no, 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 Izanami, she needs buffs. She's actually not that good. Trust me, because of XYZ. Piss off!
I don't know if I've met anybody who said stuff like that. 'Cause I
Benji!
feel like a lot of Izanami players recognize the
Yeah.
character strong.
No, really? Because every Izanami main I've met so far, they're like, no, Izanami sucks. Like, she's not that great, trust me. And I'm like,
Mm. Well, I just think, I guess a good example of this would be in Tekken 7, which is another game that I put in the tier of super, super fun to watch,
Mhm.
but playing it's hard as hell. I think there was like a golden period in the time where it was season 2. All the other fighting games kind of were pretty meh. Like Street Fighter 5 was doing eh.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters was sort of slowing down. BB Tags obviously not be like mainstream.
It's not doing too well either.
Mortal Kombat, whatever else. So Tekken was like in the front runner. Like they had the most entrants and everything and all that. Everybody loved the game. Season 3 comes along. And they release Leroy.
Leroy. Oh, I hear Leroy was so busted.
Leroy was so strong that, like, you know how Tekken is, where the game sort of it changes. Obviously, there's some system mechanics that change between the games, but for the most part, your mechanics and stuff stay the same, right? So if you've been like a Kazuya main from Tekken, whatever, like 3 or whatever, but if you've been a Kazuya main from then to Tekken 7, you're probably still like all that experience through all those games.
Like fundamentally,
Kazuya,
right? You can play
it
Kazuya.
still applies, right?
Yeah.
But Leroy was so strong that like long time character loyalists were just like, well, this character is so dumb that I'm just gonna switch to him instead. But so it got to the point where I believe it was Evo Japan or something like that. There was a tournament where the top 8 was 6 Leroys. And I can't remember the exact character spread, but there was one Kazumi who everybody thought was OP in season 2, but everybody was rooting for the Kazumi because there were just 6 Leroys. Like, imagine being a commentator or something in a major tournament where the top 8 is just Leroy mirrors. Like, only Leroy mirrors.
That's so bad.
Yeah, but he's been nerfed. Yeah, Tekken 6 Bob.
Tekken 6 Bob, yeah, but
he's been nerfed, and then they also released another DLC character. I can't pronounce his name, but he's like the Muay Thai guy.
Okay.
And he's also been very strong, but I haven't been keeping up, so I don't know exactly what's happening.
All right, I don't follow too much with Tekken, which is ironic because I'm Korean, right? I should follow these sort of things.
Yeah, Faku, that's his name. But I feel like they like that level of overpowered is like obscenely, like obviously not okay for the game. And I would even say that's like one of the hugest mistakes they've ever done, because at the time I think the community like not just Tekken, but the FGC was like really, really positive about Tekken before season 3 came.
Before the Leroy fiasco.
Yeah, and now I don't know. I haven't been keeping.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't. It's strange, but I personally don't follow too much tournaments or what's going on, and even in Blaze Blue, right? If you
Yeah,
ask me, hey, name all the super prominent characters for each main, or name players for each character, I would have a lot of trouble answering that question.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean for Jin Fenrich, but that's it.
I mean, I've always liked like storylines and tournaments and such. So
Mm,
that's why I usually watch a
yeah,
lot of videos about the community.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Corey, have you ever had like a rival in the FGC?
Um, I mean, in the very beginning of Blaze Blue, there was Origami, right?
That's
That
right.
was my goal to beat.
Uh huh.
And then after that, I don't know. I had goals, but I never really had a rival, which is part of the like regrets. Like I wish there was somebody around my similar skill level who grew with me as a rival, but I didn't really have
Yeah, it's always nice to have that one person.
that.
To be honest, I didn't have that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either play somebody worse than me or play somebody way better than me.
Yeah.
Zach did a. Yeah, there's actually a few prominent player lists around.
Wasn't there one that
Um,
kind of blew up for the BVCF community at least?
Kind of. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, it's just one player's opinion, and he
Yeah.
can't know of
I
everybody
actually looked
around.
at
But
it and yeah, it looked really strange even to me, but you're right. It was probably just his opinion type deal, so
yeah, I mean, that sort of thing obviously is opinion based.
mhm.
Who knows?
But it definitely caused some issues from what I've seen in Twitter.
Maybe. I mean, if you're complaining that you're not on a notable player list or whatever,
Yeah.
like, whatever, man. That's just dumb to me. But
I thought it was kind of sad or kind of funny. Sad funny, you know.
yeah, yeah. But that's how it goes sometimes.
hmm Chat, any questions for us? Anything you'd like us to answer? I know you guys might have missed some stuff. We were talking about the origins of FFF earlier.
Yeah, we talked a lot about history and games.
hmm
If there's anything else, then we'd be happy to answer.
Oh yeah.
There's the other part of, well, I guess it's kind of weird, but like anime isn't really like a big part of my life anymore. Like I don't watch anime
hmm
that much, but like everything I play and consume has anime in it. Like
That's
Blaze
fair.
Blue's an
Yeah,
anime
anime
fighter.
VTubers is pretty anime.
My whole room has like
Anime posters.
anime posters
Mine
and stuff.
has a blank wall. Oh, least favorite matchup in the history of any fighting game you've ever played?
Ooh, that's pretty hard. Uh, I mean, I didn't play too many fighting games. It was between like out of all the games I've put a lot of time in, it would only be like Skullgirls, CF, Tekken, Melee. So out of all of those, I think honestly my least favorite matchup of all time, if we're counting Melee, is Sheik versus Jigglypuff. Which is, it's not even too bad because both those characters are really good,
Uh-huh.
but there's a lot of character specific things in that matchup that are really, really annoying.
Uh-huh.
Like crouch canceling is a mechanic where you crouch and it'll like the hit stun on moves at low percentages will be reduced,
Mm-hmm.
which means a lot of Sheik's moves are super crouch cancelable and you can punish her for doing it. But the main reason Sheik gets around that is by grabbing. But Jigglypuff can actually crouch underneath her grab. So a crouching Jigglypuff can beat grabs and a lot of her normals.
That's kind of sad.
Which means that your options are mostly like perfectly spaced normals, or you just have to throw needles until she can't crouch cancel.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
And
that's not
if you
awful.
whiff a grab, she can rest you and kill you immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
So
no.
it's like imagine you're playing neutral against it's like Jin versus Izanami. And Izanami 2Bs under you and kills you in one hit.
Yeah, like, wait a second, that's not fair.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my
Okay.
least favorite.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had a least favorite matchup. Or, like, just a matchup I absolutely despised.
Hmm.
Because every character I played in every fighter was always a solid character who was very versatile, right?
Yeah.
I think Kai versus Johnny was a little annoying for me back in Guilty Gear.
What about in Soul Calibur?
In Soul Calibur, like again, like in Soul Calibur, I didn't really have much issues with any of the cast members except for like maybe Hilda and 4 because she would always ring me out.
That's fair.
Yeah. Advance asked, how big of a headache is it to organize these tournaments? Because I know both of you do most of them on FFF. Ah, good question.
For me personally, it's not too bad. It's like I'm pretty used to it now, like organizing it and putting it together and running it. It's just it's less of a headache and more of like a time, energy, effort type of thing. Like recently, we haven't been hosting as much because um, I don't know. I've just felt like I've had less energy really to do it, even though it doesn't take too much effort from my end.
Same here.
And
Yeah.
we, I guess it sounds bad, but I don't really have like a backup TO or anybody else to run things.
I can
And
run it.
you could run it, but I'm saying like outside
Yeah.
of
Us
our
too.
main crew, uh, like I'm not gonna point any names, but I've seen other communities run events for CF, and
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
it's
Yeah.
not like ideal.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're doing their best, but there's obviously
It's probably because you're just not experienced,
yeah,
But we've been doing it for years,
and obviously there's stuff wrong with our stuff as well.
yeah.
But I think in general we tend to get things done pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, compared to most tournaments that I've seen run, ours goes relatively smoothly.
Yeah,
for the most part.
yep.
So I'm really happy about that. Maybe because you do a good job at TOing. I'm just a streamer guy, and I commentate too.
Well, it helps having everybody on board. So
Yeah. Actually, the very first tournament, very first F stomp on him that we ran, I was super nervous, like extremely nervous.
yeah,
Yeah. Not only
I
that, I was
mean,
also playing in the tournament too,
yeah.
which was not a good idea.
we learned a lot
Yeah,
from the earlier
yeah.
tournaments that we ran.
In fact, the reason why I even like threw out the astral at the end there in that first tournament, it was because I just wanted to focus on streaming because it was just too much.
I just I mean at this point we've been running tournaments for like 2 years now, so I think we probably have around like 30 or so tournaments that we've done.
Hell yeah, hell, we ran Anime Evo for Blaze Blue.
That's true.
That's
We did
just that's
WSC as well.
yep, and WSC, right? Like
It's
I think
at this point, I don't know. It's just experience, I
yeah,
guess. Like,
yeah.
I would say if you want to TO things and you're looking to start it, don't be scared of doing it. Just
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and start.
I mean, you're going to mess up at the very beginning,
Yeah.
but that's just how things go, right? It's a learning experience. Same for
Yeah, I
streaming.
mean, we had a lot of problems at first as well,
Oh
like
hell yeah,
long delays and everything.
yeah, yeah.
Just sort of a learning experience.
You get used to it.
Mm,
But one thing I don't like about it is that it's hard to participate in tournaments because of that. In our own tournaments.
yeah.
But personally, I probably wouldn't enter them anyways, even if I wasn't doing a streaming or TOing.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm just saying for those of people who like might want to play, it might be a little tough.
No. Let's see. I've helped organize stuff before, but CF isn't. Yeah, that's true. I guess technically I've never organized like a IRL event, but
Really?
yeah, it's a
Would
little
it be
bit
the
different.
same concept? Like, you people come up, they tell you the score,
Conceptually, yeah.
conceptually be the same, but
There's a lot of other logistic things into
oh
running
yeah.
an IRL one.
Well, you also have to like direct people to the tournaments, the stations, right?
Yeah, I mean, for my local melee scene, they just literally yelled the matches out and pointed at the setup that they wanted you to play on. So.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Oh my god, playing RRL with all those different setups, with different refresh rates.
Well, in CF, I haven't had too much issue with that, but
I
in
did.
Melee, because everybody brings their own setup pretty much, like it's all community run, so they lug all the CRTs and everything.
I remember there was a CRT we went that was like the size of my face. It was so
Yeah,
tiny.
it's so bad sometimes. But
it was the tiniest CRT team I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god.
yeah, I guess the equivalent is CF monitors have
Yeah.
different things, and also sometimes the audio won't work.
Something you won't even
Which
hear
is
anything.
pretty important. Yeah.
For me, it's important because I rely on the sound a lot. So when I was playing in the like locals that you went to, tagging, I think, right? No sound, so annoying. And everyone was playing on different refresh rate monitors, and I'm just like, this is actually suffering.
Yeah, you just gotta
Bite the bullet.
They say like the most important thing is make your practice environment as much like a tournament if you're trying to win tournament. So I've tried it, but I guess different things work for different people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ratatosk was there. I actually met him at tagging. That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never been. I just won the net play one time.
I couldn't participate, unfortunately, where I was all the way on the other side of the coast. Or other coast. You lost to an Amane because your set winning combo dropped because you were too fast? Yeah, man. It's just a different refresh rate. Plus, you're playing on the PS4, so the buffering is also really strange on that for some reason, to me at least. I don't know if you experienced it since you all have a PS4. But
no,
for me,
I mean,
there's this strange buffering difference.
I don't like playing on PS.
Yeah, yeah.
I usually don't do it.
PC Master Race. Please roll back, come out.
I mean, it's probably my setup. Actually, it's 100% my setup. But every time I play PS, and which isn't very often at all anymore, to get audio, I have to plug my headphones into the controller because my monitor doesn't have any audio. So it sort of really sucks because a lot of the times I like listening to music or like talking to friends or something while I'm playing, but I can't do that when I play on PSN. So
Yeah.
I just don't.
You gonna get the PS5?
I don't see myself getting one unless there's like some really good stuff.
All right.
coming.
What game series that comes out will convince you to get PS5?
That's a hard one. Honestly, I don't know how to answer that because there's not really a game that I'm like wishing for right now would come out. That I guess the closest thing that I have on a wish list like that is the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles remaster they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to come out on Steam because if it was on Steam, I would have already purchased it and played it. But because it's only on PS4 and Switch and mobile or something like that, all the friends that I want to play it with are PC gamers.
Right. Oh,
And
great
that
with
game is super multiplayer focused.
Oh, okay. Gray says Fate Go is now a PS5 exclusive.
Well, that would be the stupidest marketing thing I've ever seen. So if they do that, then they've probably lost me and like millions of other people.
I don't know what will convince me to get a PS5. A new Blaze Blue title. No, it's probably gonna come out on PC. But the thing is that I have a feeling if they come out with a new Blaze Blue title on PS5, it's gonna take a while for it to come out on PC. So
Devil May Cry 6.
You know what? Devil May Cry Special Edition, I might get it for that. You guys hear Virgil's new battle theme? Oh my god, it is fire. Listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I have wish lists on for anime and stuff, but for games, I'm pretty satisfied. Like, Fire Emblem's one of my favorite franchises, and I was very satisfied with Three Houses, so I couldn't even really like have a new Fire Emblem on my wish list when the newest one was still pretty damn good.
Plus, Three Houses actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Dimitri, best lord, by the way.
Did you ever beat all the routes, or
I did.
Ooh.
I still hate Edelgard. Her logic still didn't make much sense to me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. I'm always a fan of the edgier character.
Yeah. And then we have fighting games are always on PS and PC with the exception of Smash. So you guys gotta get PS5. That's true.
I think I'm just not a fighting game player. I think I'm just a Blaze Blue player. But
at this point, I agree with you. I'm also just a Blaze Blue player.
I honestly, if I had to pick another fighting game to learn, like absolutely have to learn, I would pick that. I think it's the closest thing to what I want.
I would learn,
even though it's so different.
Yeah, what would I learn? So I guess I would just get good at Soul Calibur again.
2 different 3D games, but those are a choice. I think for me, Tekken feels like Melee, which is very weird to me. Or it sounds like a weird comparison, but they're both very, very movement based. There's like a high execution floor, and it's just one of those games where like every single character in there, I think is pretty cool. Like when I watch them do combos and stuff, I'm like, this is a cool character.
Dude, we got to play the Power Rangers Tag Fighter. You know, actually,
Hmm?
Virgil's voice. No, hold on. Hear me out. All right, Virgil's voice actor. He was one of the Power Rangers, right? So one of his quotes is, "I need more quantum power." I gotta play
I
it.
mean, the game's probably good, but
Yeah.
I'm not too much
No, I'm just
like
kidding.
if I
Yeah,
did play a tag game, there's literally a Blaze Blue one,
yeah,
and
yeah,
there's also Skullgirls, which I
yeah.
still think is cool.
We should have a Skullgirls night again. Play that for old time's sake. I don't remember
I
any of the cons.
actually somewhat recently, like a couple months ago, played just a little bit,
Oh my
and
god.
I learned some Fukua stuff. But
Fukua.
other than that,
Foolishness, Lord said. Yeah.
Ace is really funny. Oh, I think a lot of the personalities in that game are like over the top, which I think is the correct way to go. Because sometimes like the super serious type of things don't always show up for everybody the same way, right?
Yeah.
So if you have like a over the top arrogant person or something like that, you can at least be like, oh, that's kind of silly.
Hey man, all I did was play Lars.
I'm surprised you didn't pick a Mishima, but
Mishima? Well, okay, I was debating between Jin and Lars,
uh,
but like I was actually really close to picking Jin, but I saw a Lars, super cool Lars combo, and I'm like, you know what? I'll pick this guy.
that's fair. Scrim talking about the Shadowverse anime. That show sucks, but I'm already too deep into it, so I have to finish it. Yeah, actually, if I went back to Tekken, like learning it, I would pick Jin.
Who?
I think Jin.
Jin?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think sound design is like one of the super underrated things in fighting games. Like
Hmm.
I think Melee has really good sound design. Like
Hmm.
the hits sound really like meaty and satisfying.
Yeah.
And I think Tekken has the same thing. Like there's a move called Death Fist that Paul has. Like the Paul, like the
Yeah.
American guy with
Making it
the
with those
big
super,
hair.
yeah.
And not only does that move do like a shit ton of damage, but like the sound it makes is just like super satisfying sound. Where
Yeah.
like you use it and it just does like half their
Yeah.
health and
Well,
it's
I
like an
think Tekken does a really good
explosion.
job like juggling between the visual effects of the hits as well as the sound effects. I like
Yeah.
when like you do you get a counter hit in Tekken, my god, it feels so good. Like
Yeah.
right? And then
Because
and then
I guess it doesn't have it really in Blaze Blue, but when you counter hit in that game, there's like a really loud sound effect.
yeah.
That's how you know it's a counter
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
And then also they have like the slowdown thing
Mhm.
where at the end of the round, if you're both on low HP and you use a move, it does like the slow mo.
Yeah, the slow-mo instead of
And
your function.
the slow mo I think is a really cool thing because it doesn't change anything about the game,
Mhm.
but it makes the spectator experience way more like impactful, I guess.
Yeah. I know Guilty Gear Strive is going for that more spectator-esque visual
Yeah, it
approach.
has like the
Yeah,
counter hit
yeah.
zoom in
And the
stuff now.
numbers is taking up half the screen and you can't see anything.
I might try Strive, but I
I'm gonna
haven't
try
tried
Strive.
it.
I'm a Guilty Gear fan, right? So I have to do it. I have to, but something tells me that they might change it way too much to the point I might not like it. Like how I did not like Baby Tag that much.
Hmm. Well, like I said, I don't think I'm a fighting game player, but
Mhm.
if they ever come out with like a updated 2D Toho or Fate Fighter, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, we would lose you for Toho.
That's true,
Yeah.
especially if Rin was playable, but that doesn't seem very
Let it
likely.
be
So,
known, guys, you'll never see Corey ever again if a Toho, like a modern Toho fighter came out.
yeah, Toho has fighters. Hiso's actually probably pretty close to what I want, but the newest ones they have aren't quite as much what I want.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Guilty Gear goes, though, I never played it, but some of the characters are interesting.
I mean, of the characters you've seen so far, who would you play?
You mean so far as in
It's
who's been
Strife.
released?
Yeah, who's been released?
Probably Milia.
Good choice.
I think Milia, when I was thinking about learning Xrd, was
Yeah.
like a close match to the type of playstyle that I like.
Okay.
But if I had to pick one character from the whole series that I like, it'd be
man,
Which I know you guys are like, ooh, he just likes
he just like
Tatonas.
big Tatonas. He likes
But she's got the cool hover air dash, and she's cool.
Why don't you play
She's got the
Izayoi then?
guitar. Izayoi not as Izayoi doesn't have like the satisfying that I'm talking about. Like when you hit people with Izayoi, it's just like laser beam sound effects.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same impact as like
doing that drop kick with
Azrael or like Susanoo, stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, I personally hate because I actually read through the Guilty Gear lore, and like she's an awful person, but
but that's the thing, we always like opposite characters.
Yeah, we do. Here's
I
the thing,
always like the more evil ones,
and I like the goody two shoe ones. So
yeah,
that's why I like Tsubaki, but he hates Tsubaki, and he likes 9, but I hate 9.
I don't hate Tsubaki. It's just she's not.
You called her out. You called her outfit a literal like trash bag.
It is a trash bag.
You see this, people? You see that? You see that?
I actually like her whole like wing aesthetic and everything, but her outfits and her cape. I like her cape.
You watch your mouth.
And I like the evil Tsubaki in the older games.
This is what I'm talking about, people. Like, look at this guy. Actually, though, like, we can probably guess. Since we know each other for a while, we can probably guess. Like, if you gave us like a list of characters, you could probably guess who, each other's character, who we would like. Like, I could pick for Corey could pick for me, and I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably like that one.
Yeah, I think we did that somewhat recently with Fate Zero, where when we watched. Well, I didn't expect you to like Kiritsugu the most.
Well, it's not that I liked him the most. It's just that of all the characters, he was the most endearing. Like, everyone else was just pretty meh. I liked Irisville a lot. She was nice. But
you didn't like Kotomine? Or Scrim's favorite
Caneth? Oh man, Caneth. Who was that kid who liked killing?
Caster's Master.
Caster's Master.
Ryonosuke or something.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna show you the coolest. What was that? Was a quote?
Something like that.
Something like that. I hated them. Oh man, God, awful characters. Awful. Downright awful.
But yeah, I'll be interested because
the greatest cool. Thank you.
Saber doesn't get too much of a spotlight.
Yeah, I actually liked Saber. It's just that I don't like. No, trust me, Saber would be my favorite character if they didn't cuck me so hard with like the whole King Arthur was a chick this whole time. That one pissed me off, because here's everyone else who are like where they are they're not, their history hasn't been adjusted much, right? They are following that character's overall story until we get to King Arthur, in which they completely like mess with it, and I hate that because I love Arthurian legend. That's one of my favorite tales. And the fact that they did that to me really pissed me off.
Well, I think we'll see what you think about Unlimited Playwork since we're watching that. But,
yeah.
I think Saber has.
Oh wait.
There.
Yeah. I think I lost you there.
Oh. Can you hear me
now? You sound like you're underwater now.
I did just get a notification on my computer.
Uh-oh. Alright, guys. Corey's now officially underwater. AMA.
Is it better?
No, you still sound... Why do you sound so jank all of a sudden? What's going on? It's like as if it's taking a mic from an external source.
That's because it's not detecting my mic right now.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, we're hitting 2.5 hours almost, so we could probably... Oh, he's dying. We could probably call it. Can't hear you. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Oh, hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can probably call it soon since I don't know what's happening with my mic.
Yeah. All right. Any
Have
last
you
questions for
watched
us?
Apocrypha? Yeah. No.
No.
Well, I've watched Apocrypha.
I
and
haven't.
It's okay, but it's my least favorite fate that I've seen. So
I've only watched Zero, and I'm watching Unlimited Blade Works.
but yeah, we got through a lot of topics today. Maybe next time, if you want, you should do like a. I guess you did on your first one, but you had 2 guests.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
could do like a group. one.
yeah, that's a good one. Good idea. What do you think of Team Gray?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
Hey, Team Gray members, if you're there, group. Like 4 of us. Oh shit.
My camera also change angle or something.
Huh?
Well, my I think my camera lighting has somehow adjusted.
Oh no.
It looks super bright.
Oh no. But hey, next week we could have Gray. You can have Colin. No, I guess Scrim's also a part of Team Gray. So
Well, we'll see.
But we'll see.
Announce the guests on
we'll
Twitter.
see. Yeah.
Which, by the way, you don't have the Nightbot set up for Twitter.
Do I not? Oh fuck, I don't.
You ruined.
Sorry. What do you mean also? Scrim, you're also part of FFF. You're an FFF Gray member. Final interviews Team Gray. This doesn't sound too shabby. We'll see what happens. I'll see what they think.
Yeah, that's probably it for us, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Any last questions before we sign off and I eat dinner?
Oh yeah, it's dinner time for you. 3-hour time gap really messes up our schedules. Is that Joel?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I guess that's it.
As an average play, no, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Stop asking.
Oh, placeholder. I forgot about your question. I think Stylish Nye is worse, but that maybe it's just from my perspective because her spell usage makes no sense to me.
Yeah, but I hate Noelle. That's why he's asking.
Yeah, but you could probably win with Stylish.
I don't want to win with any Stylish. I don't even want to play a Stylish character. Jesus Christ. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Corey, for being part of this tonight's Funcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Wait. Oh my god. All right, Scrum. What's your question?
This will be the last question.
Oh my god.
Do I want to become fit? Yes, I do. We can do it all right now at bigfollows.com.
Shut up. Shut up. Kasha, are you gonna VR chat with us?
I don't know. I guess I could hop on sometime, but you got to give me a heads up. So because
right.
most of the time I don't even know when you guys are on VRC.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right then.
All right.
Yep. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you.
Thanks
I'll
for
see you next
tuning
week.
in.
Yeah. Thanks, Corey.
Yep.
Yep. Bye bye.